Hello my dear friends, another video, now this time about bicycle light. Only a short one, I don't like any reviews or anything like that, anything commercial scares me and gives me allergy, but this is just I suppose a quick notes on the bicycle lights and maybe just some brief market analysis. So it's about this bicycle light here, which is branded by two names. The original one is Magicshine and the rebranded one is Olight here. Now, what makes it different is, first of all, the design is quite nice. Some of the designs are outdated in those bicycle lights, in my opinion. It's quite streamlined, nice, slick design, I like it. And another big point is the way you fix it to your bicycle. Now, the way you do it is with this. You don't necessarily have to use this, but if you don't have any Garmin mount, then you can use it on your handlebar. You just fix it to your handlebar, make it tight, and this is just your standard Garmin mount. So a lot of handlebars nowadays, they come equipped with a Garmin mount, and so all you can do, if you're not using Garmin, for example, or if you have a spare Garmin mount, you can just use it with this bicycle light, and which I think is really handy. It's wonderful when they use just a standard mount for anything. And the way it works is also so efficient. So you just put it in there like that, and then you just click it into place like that. And it doesn't rattle, it doesn't come off, it's fixed. Although there's a little bit of weight in it, it's fixed very sturdily and works wonderfully. So I love this mount, the way it works. And I at the moment have two models. One is RN 1500, another one is RN 800. And the number just refers to the lumens that it produces. So at the maximum brightness, one is 1500 lumens, another one is 800 lumens. I would say that in the city, when there's some lighting at the roads, 800 is probably enough, although it never hurts to have more, but 800 is probably enough. It's the minimum amount that you need so that you can see a little bit ahead and avoid any obstacles or potholes and whatnot, and make yourself visible. 1500 works a little bit better probably in a forest, in complete darkness, but in the city it works as well. I use it in the city mostly and it works wonderful. Also, there's at the top there's some limiter which is supposed to work in a way to cut off glare to the oncoming vehicles and pedestrians. Does it work? Well, it sort of does, but it's not a foolproof, it's not a bulletproof solution. Still, it depends on the angle your light is looking. So if you really put it horizontally, then yeah, it will still blind people probably, especially on the 1500 lumen setting. So you really need to find that sweet spot of pointing it at the road far enough, but at the same time not blind people if you can. So yeah, it's a balance that you need to achieve by trial and error. It's a little bit hard. Unfortunately, this limiter is not 100%, But before, I was just using a torch, just a regular torch. I just didn't see any point in bicycle specific lights, because what do you get at $200? You just get a glorified torch basically. Now this one obviously is not exactly a torch. It's over the years the bicycle light industry progresses, and so it's more suitable for the purpose for sure. The specific mount, the anti-glare thing still works a little bit, you cannot deny that. Now, usability, there's a charger at the back there. It's fully waterproof. Unfortunately, the battery inside isn't replaceable. I've been told by the manufacturer that their warranty and customer support is quite good. What they mean by that is probably if you have some problems along the line, they'll just replace your light. I don't know whether it will work or not, how it will work. No idea. It may work, it may not. I don't really enjoy the idea of a non-replaceable battery. I would prefer it to be replaceable, but there's really nothing else on the market unless you want to use a torch, which is comparable to this. Now, pricing wise, in Australia you can get it for the top model, which is 1500 lumens. You can get it for around maybe $80, something like that. It's just a rough amount. I've bought it not so long ago, but I don't remember already, which isn't too bad at all. I think it's a very competitive price, it's a very good price. The only question with this light is whether the battery will hold or not. And if it will, for at least a standard amount for lithium batteries, which is about 350 charges, it's not too bad before it starts really losing the capacity. Yeah, you can live with that, I suppose, but hopefully they will release a replaceable battery at some stage. The way you operate it is you just long press the power button on there, it turns off and it turns on like that. If you double click, you switch between the blinking mode and the steady mode. In constant mode you will get 3 brightness settings. In blinking mode you will get 2 settings. The brightness will stay the same in blinking, but it will be just different modes. I prefer the second one, where it does a couple of long blinks and then a couple of short ones. So you can really be seen from further away, I think, like that, and it just works better in terms of safety light. In terms of the battery capacity, what they advertise is roughly about true, but it could be better. And also it's a bit less than they advertise. So, for example, this one, 1500 lumens, 5000 milliamperes, if I'm not mistaken. This one, 800 lumens, they advertise 4000 milliamps. Now, they both last about the same on the maximum brightness in my experience, and that's about roughly 1.5 hours maybe. So I would say 100 minutes tops, and that's me being generous to them. It's probably a bit less, more like 90 minutes maybe. And it doesn't matter whether you use this or this, the brightness is different, the lifespan of the charge is about the same. You can use it as a power bank as well. I wouldn't, because I don't want the battery to deteriorate even quicker. It's a non-replaceable battery. You can get power banks for a lot cheaper. But it's a really good alternative to your torch. And I don't consider torch such a bad way to do it anyway, but it's just overall nicer and better. And the wonderful mount, it's really good. I haven't seen such a mount in a bicycle light, and it's really great idea, I think. It's wonderful. They also, just to know, they also produce the rear light, which is interesting. I haven't tried it myself, but the way it works is it's what they call an intelligent light. It's quite bright as well, I think like 200 lumens, maybe more, I don't remember exactly, but the way it works is it produces constant blinking, for example, or a constant light. But when you brake, I think it has a built-in accelerometer in there. It analyzes that and it becomes brighter when you slow down. It's really a great idea, I think. Nice feature. So I may get the rear blinking red light as well at some stage. But yeah, that's about it for bicycle lights.